Hey everybody, Charlie here. Welcome back to Prison Architect. This is odd. This is really odd. Like they're leaving their trays kind of wherever they want in this nice little line. They appear to be literally leaving a breadcrumb trail. I don't know why. Like, it looks to me like they're grabbing food from way up there and trying to go somewhere else with it before they eat. And that's why a lot of them are furious, is because of food. So I think this right here is a bigger problem than it is a solution. Or rather, I should say it's creating a problem that formerly didn't need a solution. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of this. I think I'm just gonna dismantle all of this stuff and just not have it at all. So, yeah, get on that, workman. And then we need to like dump all these. So I'm gonna have to like go through and just basically tell them to dump all these trays because they're everywhere. Like they're just, I don't want to really micromanage them like that, and maybe they'll just take care of them eventually, but they're everywhere. Same thing with this. There's dirty trays everywhere here, and we're not getting dishes done at all. And I don't know why. It's been an ongoing thing, but it's getting worse and worse as time goes on, to the point where we have such a huge backlog of dishes that I just don't think they're ever going to get done. So, like, what I want to do, I think, is I kind of want to get rid of reception just for the time being, since we're not really taking any new prisoners, and just like expand the kitchen a bit and open up a big dishwashing area and just let them go to town on the dishes. But then I have to rebuild reception. And I'm not really wanting to rebuild reception, to be honest. It's not really something I'm interested in right now. But it's an idea. And maybe I'll look into this. Now, the other reason why this might be happening is because... where is it? It's logistics, right? Prison labor. Yeah, so I could have people work here if I wanted to. If I have these guys working here, and then I turn this to not be staff only anymore, then we can have prisoners start working in the kitchen. And with that happening, I bet the prisoners will start washing the dishes instead. That might be the solution. I didn't really want prisoners working in the kitchen because they could smuggle things out of it. But with the metal detector here and a dog patrol route through here, maybe it's less likely. So I think I'm gonna let it happen for now. But I'm also noticing that the guys in parole, the lawyers and stuff, as well as anyone who gets released, which is those two people that just left, they walk through the canteen to get out. And I kind of want them to walk this way. That's the whole point of that. So, you know, maybe I'll get rid of this walkway here. It's an idea. I've been thinking about like little things like that, right? Because we're getting close. You guys don't see it, but like we're getting close to the end of my prison in terms of like the vision I had for it when I first started. And like I just don't like little things like that. Like everyone's like, "Oh, cool, we're released now. Let's just walk in the middle of the entire population rather than walking around it." You know, because like, oh, how nasty would it be if you just got released and on your way out the prison somebody shanked you? Like, that sucks. Walk around the prisoners and get out the other way, you know? Go out the back door, if you will. I think I like that much better as an idea, but I'm thinking about things. Just thinking about things. Speaking of things, 20 staff, serious complaints. 18 staff, serious complaints. The patrol route idea seems to be working okay. It's not going to solve all the problems because a majority of the staff who have the warmth need are the people like the gardeners and the snipers. And these people are always outside. That's the nature of their job, is to be outside. So I can't really do much about those people. But take a look at the patrols. I have, for deployment here, I have a significantly less, where is it? Right here. Significantly less guards actually stationed in the yard, and instead have employed various patrol routes instead. And I didn't finish this one because the warden called me. We had federal witnesses to protect. There's 7 of them to protect, which I have them in protective custody right now, so not the biggest of deals. But basically what I'm doing here is I've been employing several patrol routes instead. And these patrol routes kind of come through the middle. This one comes through the middle a little bit, through the garden and then out this way. Go a little bit further if we want to. So there's a whole bunch of guards on this route. Then we've got this route, which kind of takes you around this way. So you spend some of your time outside, and then you spend some of your time inside. And then same thing with this one here. You spend most of your time outside, but then there's this little walkway that you can go through and spend your time outside, inside that way. And so they've been getting on with, you know, kind of patrolling outside, but still getting their warmth need the same way. This one here, a little bit of a circle loop-de-doop kind of thing that happens, and then you also come inside for a bit here too. So it's kind of nice. Dog routes are the same way. We have some of the dog routes. I'm gonna put one there too. Let's put one. There's already one there. So during yard time only, right? The dogs are outside, and they do a similar path on these routes, which is kind of nice. This one here, I'm gonna do the same thing with a dog, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it on one schedule only. I want to do it all the time, like that. This one is just to sniff out tunnels, but also it comes into the staff room. Buying more tasers. I've been hiring more guards to kind of keep up with the demand of things in terms of their needs and stuff. You know, they have that food need and everything that needs to get sorted out. And so, like, I thought if I hired more, they'd go on break more often. They'd get all their needs settled. So with this stuff getting cleared out, I think we're eventually going to get these trays picked up. They're starting to get them picked up. But, like, some of these things, they just need to dump them. We have too many trays. You know, some of these things, don't worry about it. Just dump it, you know? Silly. Anyway. I'm not going to be bothered with that. This still doesn't have water. It keeps flashing at me. Yeah, like this right here. It flashes at me even though it's got water. It's really, like, right at the edge. Like, it's right between two nodes where it just doesn't get enough water. Kind of annoying. I'm going to go like this and solve it. There. That'll solve that problem, hopefully. 2 of our federal witnesses used to be in normal security, so we're getting rid of some of them. We have 10 left. That's great. And what I want to do is I want to get this expanded. I want another cell block that goes out this way, and I want another cell block that comes right about here. But it doesn't look like the plans I had for this area are going to work, just because I kind of made this too big, and I don't know. It's just not what I thought. It's just not going to work out, and it doesn't matter to me. So we're gonna have, like I said, we're gonna have to pretend, right? We're gonna have to make believe that it will work because I've already got this double wall in. I've got the double wall is all the way around now. The double perimeter wall all the way around, except for here. It stops here. So technically they could walk this way, but really the perimeter wall is good because it's a foundation, right? And so, like, all of this is foundation too. So it takes a while to dig through the foundation anyway. That'll be fine. But I think for my make-believe-ness, right, our little imagination that we're going to be using, right, we're going to be putting our brains to work. That is going to require me to purchase additional land up here on this side. So I am going to be purchasing this land. So let's grab land expansion as a research. And you know what? We might as well grab this stuff because we're kind of, like, good on money, right? 24,000 is not that good on money, actually. I mean, we're making decent money, but I keep hiring guards, and then we get, you know, tasers for them and all these things. And then prisoners destroy things. We have to repair them. There's a pretty decent, like, expense sheet for that kinds of thing, you know? We're only making 200. I don't know how to make shops work. Like, shops, they just never work very well for me. I'm never able to get them to really do well in terms of revenue. It's always been exports for me, and which I think this is the way it is for most people. It's for exports, but like shop revenue's just never done well for me. I don't know. I wish I could make it work, but it is what it is. Maybe you just need like one big shop, or maybe what it is you just have like long periods of free time. I have like a long period of work free time, which I want to do. I just need normal to get the hell out of here. And I mean, some people have recommended, and you're probably typing right now, stop it, quit it. I'm gonna get you. Don't worry. Probably recommending that I just take the normal sec that I have and upgrade them to max and be done with it. But I don't want to do that. I just don't. And I like to impersonate it. I like to play it as if it was something that was real. And what would I do in this situation? I like to do that. Which is why I put tables in the canteen, even though you don't need tables. They can just sit on benches. They don't need the table. You need one table just to make it to where the room will stop nagging you. That's it. You don't need it, right? But I do it because that makes sense to me. And I put little spaces between these, even though I don't need it, because that makes sense to me. That would be something that I would want to have. Ooh, what class is this? What class is this? Foundation, damn. We still have not gotten the general ed. There is somebody in it. There's somebody taking the class. Unfortunately, one of our federal witnesses was the other person taking the class. So now we only have one interested. It says it's starting. Whoa. Wait, huh? I'm confused. Is this the same class? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I get it. So after this one's done, then these guys leave, and then the gen ed class starts. Is that it? Are you it? Oh, you are. So she sits in on the foundation class waiting for that to start, and this teacher just stays here, right? He doesn't have to move. He just stays here. So her chances of success, not good. Her concentration's terrible. It's got a lot to do with probably her clothing and spirituality, really. Which I can't do much about. Like, I got laundry set up, and they're doing it. They're working, right? Maybe I need another basket. I probably need another basket. It does look like there's a bit of a queue waiting here. Let's put in one more basket and see if that helps them out. I you normally hesitate by putting an extra basket in because the prisoners tend to not deliver the laundry until a basket is full. Like, they want to wait till a basket is full before they actually get it out there. And if you have too many baskets, then they'll just kind of spread the laundry amongst all the baskets, and it takes forever to get the baskets full. So I like to be a little bit cautious of that. But now that there's this basket, they'll actually take it. So it looks like that's full now. Maybe we do need more baskets. There's a lot of stacks here. Like I said, I'm hesitant to do this, but I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to give them another basket in here. Where's the other laundry? Is that having the same thing happen? Not really. See, this is what I usually get out of a laundry, is right here. But it's because this one is so much more convenient to use. For all these prisoners, this one's way more convenient to use. So that makes sense. Okay, so now they're going to take this. But that basket's not full, so they're going to want to fill it up first, and then they take it away. But then they should be bringing the other basket back, right? Like, that's the way it should work. This basket's just sitting there, right? So they should be bringing it back. There's a lot of uniforms here. All right, I'll give in, but you watch, it'll happen. We'll have a too many baskets problem. It'll happen. I'm gonna put it in there. I think maybe this laundry is not necessary anymore. Oh man, see, escape attempt. But like, there's so many guards here, and they're all behind the fences. So instead of this person going directly to my staff and attacking them, she has to come through here and go all the way around, and like, this system is working so well. Like, no staff have died. She acts up constantly. This one does. Acts up constantly, right? Always attacking staff, always destroying things. But like, she can't do any real damage. We get her before she can do anything. So it's great that way. All right, she's about to be punished, so I'm gonna have to forgive her. There it is. And she's in solitary and lockdown, so let's do that. And let's do this. And we're good to go. Danger comes down. Yep. Everything's fine. Whew. Okay. So staff morale is back to being 100%. All right. You can do it. As long as you go days and days and days without any staff dying, you can pull it off. And I have. I've gone a few days without staff dying now. I think also the serious complaints and stuff has a big factor to it too. But it's the fact that a few people have like serious complaints, like 18 people have serious complaints. Okay, well, who are the 18, right? Well, it's a food need complaint, most likely. There's a little bit of a rest thing, but most of it is food. And they're treating it. That's the little purple bar is. These are how many people are currently eating. So they're getting rid of it, you know? The warmth need is actually pretty reasonable right now. Might have something to do with it being 5, but who's not eating? I think it's mostly guards, yeah. Armed guards, they're fine. Cooks, the cooks aren't eating. Well, I mean, you're the one managing food. You can eat whenever you want. I still remember my days working at McDonald's, munching on the nuggets, right on the assembly line, man. It's against corporate policy, but at the certain franchise that I worked at when I was in high school, they didn't care as much. Or when I was in my freshman year of college, they didn't care. They're like, if you want to have a couple of nuggets, like have a couple of nuggets. We're about to throw them out. They're gonna go bad. We're gonna have to refresh the batch anyway. You want to have a couple of nuggets? Have a couple of nuggets. Like. It was like, the guy was like, you're not costing me any money. I'm going to throw them away anyway. So go for it. Anyway, cooks, you need to get on that. You need to eat some nuggets. I think I want to do a shakedown, but I kind of want to only do it in certain cell blocks. Let's do it over here to see if we get any tunnels going out this way. And then we'll do the other ones. Like, people will do these ones over here too. I think so. Search his cell block too. We'll leave these guys alone for now. I just discovered a whole bunch of tunnels down here. So, like, I know they're getting them started and stuff. I know they want to. But now with this double wall in, like, they're going to have to really... They're going to try and go... I don't know where they're going to go, honestly. There's a double wall everywhere, so... I don't know where they're actually going to try and tunnel. But... yeah. All right, so this area up here, death row is ready, by the way. You guys we don't have any death row prisoners right now, but like it's totally ready. I have intake on for it, but it's just there's no death row prisoners available, right? That's just the way it is. But what I want to do with this area is I'm going to make another security room because this one's getting a bit crowded, and I could put more CCTV monitors in here. Like I could. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really need it to be there. I don't know what to do with this space. I haven't heard any of your comments regarding the space yet either. I don't know what to do with it. I know that we need a couple of things for death row, right? We need a parole room for death row, which I could probably put right here. We're gonna need a kitchen to serve food to death row. So that's what this is. So let's get, actually, you know what? Let's do this for the planning tool really quick. We know those are the two things we need, right? So we need a parole room for death row. That's something that has to happen. So let's get a parole room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wall. That stupid light's gonna have to be moved. It is what it is. That's the way it goes. Yep. So dismantle the light. You can leave that one, I guess. Let's see, we're gonna want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this can be a parole room for death row. They're all gonna be 1. We don't need more than 1. After that, we need a kitchen to serve them food. I'm thinking probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another room of the same size is probably good enough. I don't think you need it any bigger. Then, normally I would have a staff room, but since we have one right here, there's no real reason to have a staff room this way. I think, though, that the staff room should be guarded by a remote door on this side. That should happen. Also here, on this side, because this is like where the electric chair and stuff is. So we're going to want also to have this be called an execution room. Because I think, until we... Actually, you know what? Until we mark this, I don't think we actually get prisoners to intake. Yeah, I think that's actually a prerequisite for taking them in. So maybe that's why we don't have death row yet. Specially designated death row cell before they are able to be transferred into your prison. Okay. So it doesn't look like the execution room is the catalyst for that. This is death row only, so we do have at least one cell. We do have a cell for death row. Let's go ahead and not have this locked open and not have this locked open. Anyway, so we're gonna do these 2 rooms. Let's just get on it right now. Do we want to do different walls? Like, it doesn't look good. Maybe I'll just do office walls. You know? We'll do office walls through here. Because why not? We'll change these walls to office walls too. Because again, why not? Doesn't matter to me much. Let's go this way. We'll put the door to the kitchen, let's say there. Yep, and then the parole room door can be there. We'll take the parole room door there, and then the kitchen door will be there. Inside the kitchen, we will have a sink, for obvious reasons. Then we will have a cooker. Again, fairly obvious reasons. Let's put the cooker against this wall. Then we'll do the fridge, and we'll do like 2 fridges. Be like here and here. Because this kitchen is only going to serve food to these guys. So it doesn't matter. And you don't need a canteen for them, because they'll get served food directly in their cells. Then we need a visitor table. Same philosophy as before. We want the lawyers to be able to have really quick access to the door if they need it. So we'll put the door on this side, put the lawyers on that side. Then, probably need chairs in here for the execution, right? So we'll get chairs. And I think probably 4 rows of chairs. Like that, and then another 4 rows on this side. That looks pretty good. Yeah. So if they want to witness it, that's how they can witness it, you know? Because every execution has witnesses to, like, you know, to account for the fact that it happened, and have eyewitnesses to testimony in case something weird happens, and like all that stuff. So I think this area is good. It's just so big. It's just a waste, you know? I feel like I've wasted this area. It doesn't need to be this big. So maybe we can cut this off, and we'll put, like, we could put 2 other cells right here. And then we can just leave this whole area blocked off, and it can be part of this whole area. Maybe that's what I'll do instead. So purchasing additional land is done. It costs 80,000 to get that much land, which actually is pretty damn perfect. You guys don't know what I'm gonna do up here, but I think it'll make sense once you see it. And I'm not gonna like show you the build process of this part. I'm just gonna show you what it is. So it'll be like, so guys, this is what I've done, and I think that'll be really cool. I don't know, we'll see. You not being, yeah, you're not being punished. That's good. Still no gang leaders. I have to intake more prisoners to have a gang leader, because they're not really promoting from within like they usually do. They haven't, at least they haven't decided to yet. 13, 15, and 18, no kills yet. I think that needs to happen. We need to get more intake. So let's open up some intake on some other people, and let's bring in like 15 more. 15 is a good number. 15 is a good number. We're getting 15 more and see if that results in any like gang leaders showing up. We can really kind of complete this whole thing, because obviously I can't end the series until we get all the 3 gang leaders in here, right? I mean, I've got more episodes. There's probably like maybe 10 more episodes left until I'm done with things, probably. Maybe not 10, maybe like 8 or 8, yeah, somewhere around there. Not really like specific, but we have to have at least one death row inmate and do that thing. And then we have to build this, what I have to build up here. And then from that point, I think then we're set. Oh man, is it gonna do the whole? Yeah, it does the whole thing. Okay, so all the walls. Okay, I just have to remember exactly how I want to do it. You guys are like, quit with the vague stuff and just tell us. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm terrible at ruining my surprises. I do it on Discord constantly. If you're part of our Discord, at least if you've been part of our Discord for a while, you know, like, that I'm terrible with this. I can't keep a secret. I always, constantly, a blabbermouth about things. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be that anymore. 2 more green, 1 red, bunch of question marks. Don't really help me all that much. I think I'd rather you. Yeah, you. Let the one that's in the workshop keep working. So many beds being made. Love it. Love it. Oh, I have to get this grant done before I can leave too. Like, I basically want to complete the game, right? 100% of everything that you can do it. Right? That's kind of the requirement. So. Spiritual guidance costs money, doesn't it? 250 a session. Okay, let's get rid of, like, all of these. There. That's good. Huh. Paying so much money for that. Okay, prisoners come in through here. They get tagged with the search that they need. They have all these people they can see, but there's no cameras. Need cameras. Need cameras. This ought to do it. And then probably another one that's stationed about here. That should give me vision of these parole rooms too. Should. I'm gaming the system. It'll probably give me vision of these two tables as well. Which, honestly, if I took these two tables out, I might be able to use this area as reception. And then I can have this whole area expand the kitchen. I don't think it's necessary to expand the kitchen, though. We just need to get the trays taken care of. And I think that's slowly getting taken care of. I think. Maybe. Prisoners are not going to work in here, or what? Like, he's washing dishes. Yeah, they're washing dishes. It's just, I don't know. It just seems slower at it than they need to be, you know? Maybe I need to hire more cooks. I probably have too many staff meals. I bet I have too many staff eating, and there's not enough cooks to wash the staff stuff. Let's hire. I have 24 cooks, but let's hire a few more. Let's like there. Let's hire that many. See if that helps with the dishes situation at all. It might. I'm hoping that it does anyway. Okay, now here's the part that always makes me nervous. Yard time. Always the part that makes me nervous. Can we get intelligence? Okay, we have a legendary here. It's a legendary. Right? Alice Cantlow? Yeah, you. Alice, 3% offending chance. What's your conditions? You're not an instigator. Yeah, you are an instigator. You are. Okay, so let's do this. Supermax with you. If we do Supermax with you, you're extremely tough and extremely strong, but you're not an expert fighter. You're not volatile, which is fantastic. So overall, you're going to be fairly tame. If I can get you away from other prisoners, you won't be able to instigate anything, and you might get out of here. So that's good. 3% offense, or 3% chance to reoffend is excellent. Excellent news. Maybe we get this guy too. She's almost out. This girl. We get this girl out of here. She's almost out. She is almost out. Somebody in the Discord said at one point, like, I forget who started it. I think it was Caitlin that started this. She said, you could have a drinking game around how many times Charlie messes up the gender of these prisoners. She watched us an episode. It's like, you tried to kill me, Charlie. I'm sorry. My brain, I'm very, now I forgot the word even, because I'm not this, so I forget what the word is. I'm not a masochist. What is it? What is that called? I'm having a brain fart here where you think men are superior, right? What is that? I can't even remember the name of what it is. But I was going to joke around and say that I'm that, and I always resort to my brain defaulting to men as being the thing I'm interacting with. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. 40 guards in here. It's insane. And their warmth needs. How are their warmth needs? No warmth need on that guy. He's got one. This one just came out of this hallway, so he seems to be fine. This one has a warmth need. Where's his patrol route? Oh shit, hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And they're all acting up at once, as per usual. This is why I hate the yard. We've got 40 guards in here, though. Come on. They all just act up at once. Like, it's like, hey, by the way, the game just triggers an event where everyone's gonna start acting up now. One death. Annabelle's relaxing. She's not being punished. Yeah, look at this. Like, what triggers that, right? Nobody knows. We have a death. Is it a prisoner or a guard? It's probably a guard. It almost always is a guard. Look at this. This is, like, absolutely uncalled for, right? We're just all minding our business. Absolutely uncalled for. It just happens. That's the way it goes. So the deaths are who? Are they guard deaths or prisoner deaths? Kind of looking like prisoner deaths. Unconscious. I mean, I'm okay with prisoner deaths. I just don't want guards dying. It says 11 staff have died, so yeah. It is staff. And now it's saying that the staff are not paid enough. Ah. Damn you, game. This is what it does. It runs a script or something. There's something in the code. There has to be. Something in the code that says, you know, you're doing pretty well. You haven't had violence in a while. I think we're gonna have everybody kick off. I mean, it has to be that. Because there's just nothing there. I've made them so spread out. And like 2 people start fighting and then the whole place just erupts and we have tasers being flying every direction. Now they're not being paid enough. Well, the morale is still 100%, so I don't care. You're gonna have the pay that I give you. Fine. I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I know I didn't really do a whole lot of progress for things, and you guys want to see me build things, but there's not a whole lot left I can do until I have the money, right? So I kind of have to have money first. We're trying to bring things in. Oh, we need to get those hooked up to the door controllers. That's another thing I should do. I'd probably should put another door controller over here somewhere. Then another one here, like that. Yeah, I probably should do another door controller. Oh, this doesn't have a... This right here doesn't have a servo on it either. We need to get that put in too. So I think what I'll do is I'll let this run. I'm not making a whole lot of money. We keep having to spend money on repairing things. So let me let this run for a bit. We'll probably get intake. Do I want another intake? If another 15 puts me near my cap. I think so. I think another 15. We might get a gang leader in that intake, maybe. We'll see. I don't have another one yet, so the gangs are still as follows. Yep. This was a gang fight. I think this was a gang fight. Maybe it's not like a kickoff, but there's so many guards in there. There's like no reason for that to not be taken care of quickly. Federal witnesses get out of here in 17 hours. Yeah. I think I'll end it here. And then when I come back, I'll have this land purchased already. So we're going to let this run for quite a few days. I'm going to have this land purchased already. And I'll start on that at some point, probably. Although when you buy extra land in the game, it slows down your frame rates a lot. Like, as soon as you buy another piece of land, it really messes with your performance. So I don't know if that's the best idea to do right now. I might save that for like the very last episode and just present what I've built up here for the next episode, or for the last episode, I mean. That way we only have to deal with frame rate problems for like one time, because I don't think I'm gonna share the build for this. It's not something I need to share, and you'll see why when you see it. But and then I need another CCTV monitor as well. I think I'm gonna have a little security station up here. A little security room. And they'll have a door controller for these doors and a security camera for all these cameras and stuff, but that'll be next time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want more. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.